Good morning everyone and welcome to the online class of Environmental Studies of class 3rd. Children, today we are going to discuss about lesson 16, that is ways of traveling. In this chapter, we will discuss the following topics: introduction, history of transport, transport of land, train transport, transport on water, transport by air, how do we travel, special vehicle, wrap up, and at last we will discuss the book exercise. So let's start our lesson. The first topic of this chapter is introduction. People travel from one place to another for many reasons. People travel to market, different places, different countries, malls, restaurants, etc. They also go out to meet their friends and relatives. People also travel to attend a wedding or a party. Children, we see people on the roads in different vehicles when we go out. Do you sometimes wonder where so many people are going and why do people need to travel? Children, Children, people travel from one place to another for many reasons. Some people go to work, some go out to meet their friends and relatives. Children go to school. People travel to the markets to deliver or buy daily needs like milk, fruits, vegetables. People go to the malls to watch films and to restaurants to eat delicious food. During holidays, families travel to different places or sometimes to other countries. People also travel to attend a wedding or a party. Now, the question is how people travel from one place to another. Vehicles are the means of transport that help move people and goods from one place to another. We see many kinds of vehicles on the road. Children, vehicles are the means of transport that help move people and goods from one place to another. We can see many kinds of vehicle on the roads. Some vehicles move slowly while some can move very fast. Some vehicles move on land, some on water and some in the air. In this picture, you can see the image of different types of vehicles which are usually seen on the roads. Now, the next topic of the chapter is history of transport. Early humans travel from one place to another by walking, running, or swimming. Then they learned to train animals such as donkey, horses, and camels to ride to places. These animals also help them to transport heavy loads from one place to another. The wheel was one of the most important inventions made by human beings. Bicycles, scooters, cars, and trains were all invented over the year. All of them use the wheels. Children, the first means of traveling from one place to another was by walking, running, or swimming. Early humans traveled by walking, running, or swimming, but they used to get tired. After that, they learned to train some animals like donkey, horses, and camels. Their traveling became easy by using these animals. These animals also helped them transport heavy loads from one place to another. Wheel was one of the most important inventions made by human beings. The wheel did not only shape our world in transportation, but it helped evolve many inventions. By using wheels, early humans invented carts that were pulled by animals. Scooters, cars, buses, trains were all invented over the years. In this picture, you can see the image of wheel and the animal cart. Early humans made boats from tree trunks to help them travel across rivers and lakes. Then came the ship that could carry people across seas and oceans, but they needed many people to row them. The invention of the steam engine and its use in trains and ships completely changed the manner of transportation as people were not depending on animals for travel. Children, early humans used animal carts to travel on the land. But children, do you know that how they traveled across the rivers and lakes? They made boats from tree trunk to help them travel across the rivers and lakes. These type of boats were useful to travel across the rivers and lakes only. To travel a long distance means across the seas and oceans. These were not useful. Then Then came the ships that could carry people across seas and oceans, but they needed many people to moving them. Then the invention of steam engine made huge changes in the transportation. The use of steam engine in trains and ships completely changed the manner of transportation as people were not dependent on animals for travel. In this picture, you can see the image of boats which are made by tree trunks. Now, the next topic, transport on land. All vehicles that move on land are means of land transport. For example, carts, rickshaw, bicycle, cars, trucks, buses, trams, metro, and trains. Land transport is the most common way of traveling. In some villages, carts are still used to transport people and goods. Tractors are also used as a means of transport in villages. Children, children, there are three means of transport: land, water, and air. We choose different vehicles depending on how far we need to travel, the time we have, and the cost of travel. All vehicles that move on land are means of land transport. These are carts, trucks, rickshaws, bicycles, scooters, motorcycles, cars, buses, trams, metros, and trains. Land transport is the most common way of traveling. It is not expensive and is widely connected all over our country. In some villages, carts are still used to carry people and goods. Tractors are also used as a means of transport in villages. In this picture, you can see the image of some vehicles which move on land. Now, the next topic is train travel. Trains are used for traveling to far off cities in different parts of the country. Trains, metros, and trams move on specially made metal tracks. Trains are fast means of transport. Some cities have metros, which are a fast and convenient way of going to work within the cities or even to place in nearby cities. In Mumbai, the local trains are popular with the working people. Children, trains are used for traveling to far off cities in different parts of the country. Trains move within a city. Trains, trams, and metros move only special metal track. Trains are a fast means of transport. Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Kochi, Lucknow, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Jaipur have metros, which are a fast and convenient way of traveling. In Mumbai, the local trains are popular with the working people. Trains are very popular means of transport among the people. In this picture, you can see the image of train, and in this picture you can see the image of a metro and a tram. We travel to hilly areas by the local trains of these regions. They are called the mountain railways of India. They were started more than 100 years ago and are still working. India has the world's fourth largest railway network. People board trains at a railway station from allotted platforms. Children, have you gone with your family on a train to Simla or Darjeeling? In hilly areas, people travel by local trains of these regions. They are called mountain railways of India. They were started 100 years ago and are still working properly. India has the world's fourth largest railway network. Even a small town and city in India have railway station. Railway platform is the place from where people board trains. In this picture, you can see the image of platform. Trains carry both people and goods. Trains that carry only people are called passenger trains, and the trains that carry only goods such as coal, wheat, and rice are called goods trains. A railway station is one of the busiest part of a railway network. People are seen doing different jobs on a railway platform. When we When we enter a railway station, we see porters or coolies ready to carry our heavy luggage to help us place them in train carriages. Inside the train, the traveling ticket examiner TTE checks our tickets. There is an engine driver who drives the train. We also see guards carrying red or green flags. Children, railway platform is the busiest part as people are seen doing different jobs. There are many stalls selling books, magazines, cold drinks, and water. Some vendors sell tea and snacks. When we enter to a railway platform, we can see coolies are ready to carry our heavy luggage. Inside the train, the traveling ticket examiner TTE checks our tickets. There is an engine driver who drives the train. We also see guards carrying red or green flags. It is only when the guard raises the green flag and blows a whistle then only the train driver start the train. Now, the next topic of the chapter is transport on water. All vehicles that sail on water are means of water transport. This is the oldest means of transport. Boats, ships, yachts, steamers, and rafts are some of the vehicles used for water transport. India's coastline is protected by the Indian Navy in their huge modern ships that stay on the sea. Submarines are ships that move completely underwater. They are used by the military and scientists. Children, all vehicles that move on or underwater are means of water transport. For example, boats, ships, yachts, steamers, rafts, these all are the examples of water transport. A ship is used for transporting large quantities of goods to far off places. Fishermen too use boat to catch fish.
which they then sell in the market. India's coastline is protected by the Indian Navy in their huge modern ships that stay on the sea. Many people go for a cruise on large modern ship called liner. Liner is a large ship in which people travel long distances, especially on a holidays. Ferries carry passengers across rivers and lakes. Submarines are ships that move completely underwater. These are used by the military and the scientists. In this picture, you can see the image of boat, ship, and steamers. In the next picture, you can see the image of yacht and rafts. Now, the next topic is transport by air. All vehicles that move in the air are means of air transport. They carry both people and goods. Air transport is the fastest and the most modern means of transport. Aeroplanes, helicopters, hot air balloons, gliders, and rockets are some of the means of air transport. People can travel from one city to another or to any part of the world in aeroplanes. People board them at airports from where they take off and land. Children, all vehicles that move in the air means of air transport. They carry both people and goods. Air transport is the fastest means of transport as it takes less time. Aeroplanes, helicopter, hot air balloons, gliders, rockets are the examples of means of air transport. People can travel from one city to another or to any part of the world in aeroplane. People board them in airports from where they take off and land. Goods transported by aeroplanes are reached the airport from where they are loaded on a plane. In this picture, you can see the image of aeroplane, helicopter, and glider. Now, in this picture, you can see the image of hot air balloons and rocket.
The next topic of the chapter is how do we travel? We choose different vehicles depending on how far we need to travel, the time we have, and the cost of travel. Short distances can be covered using bicycles, scooters, motorcycles, buses, and cars. Longer distances are covered using cars, trains, trams, metros, buses, trucks, aeroplanes, and ships. Train travel has been the most popular form of long distance travel in India. Recently, air travel has become an easy way of traveling from one city to another. Over the years, many airlines companies have started flying to many cities within India. Rockets are required to travel to outer space, like to go to the moon or the planet Mars. Children, we choose different vehicles depending on how far we need to travel, the time we have, and the cost of travel. If we have to go to school or market, then we can go by bicycles or school bus. If we have to go a nearby market, then we can go by bicycles, cycles, or scooter. But if we have to go to another city or another country, then we can't go these places by bicycles, rickshaws, or scooters. To cover a large distance, we have to use other vehicles like cars, buses, trams, metro, trains, trucks, aeroplanes, and ships. Our grandparents traveled mostly by trains for vacations to meet family members in far off cities. Train travel has been the most popular form of long distance travel in India. Recently, air travel has become an easy way of traveling from one city to another. This has made long distance travel by air easier
and more comfortable. Rockets are required to travel to outer space. Now, the next topic is special vehicles. There are many vehicles that used for specific purposes. These are called special vehicles. Children, we can see many vehicles around us which are used for a particular reason. For example, ice cream cart. An ice cream cart keeps the ice cream frozen. Children, ice cream carts keep the ice cream frozen as it has a small freezer inside it. Now, the next one is ambulance. An ambulance carries sick and injured people to the hospital. Next one, fire engine. A fire engine is used for putting out fires. Children, a fire engine, also known in some places as fire trucks or fire lorry. A fire engine includes transporting firefighters and water to an incident, as well as carrying equipments for firefighting operations. Now the next one is police jeep. Police jeep carries police officers to help people. Mail van. Mail van carries letters and passes from the post office to different parts of the city. Next one is vegetable carts. Vegetable carts are used by vendors to sell vegetables and fruits. Nowadays, there are too many vehicles on the roads, which causes frequent traffic jams. This increases the air pollution. We must be careful about using a particular means of transport. We should walk as much as possible and try not to use a vehicle for short distances. Children, in olden days, people walked as much as possible or would cycle to nearby places. Therefore, there were less traffic jams and less air pollution. Nowadays, there are too many vehicles on the road, which causes frequent traffic jams. This increases the air pollution as traffic fumes contain harmful chemicals that pollute the air. We should walk as much as possible. Children, that's all about this chapter. Now we will conclude the chapter by wrap up. The first means of traveling from one place to another was by walking, running, or swimming. The wheel is one of the most important inventions made by human beings. Modern day transport is of three kinds: land, water, and air. Growing number of vehicles on the road causes air pollution. Children, that's all about the explanation part of this chapter. Now we will discuss the book exercise. First question: write T for true and F for false. First statement is false. Second statement is false. Third statement is also false. Fourth statement is true. And the last one, that is fifth one, is true. Now, the second question, that is part B. Cross the odd one out. Children, in question number 1, except airplane, rest 3 are the examples of land transport. In question number 2, except airplane, rest 3 are the means of water transport. In question number 3, except truck, all are the special vehicles. In question number 4, except bullock cart, rest 3 are run by fuel. In question number 5, except bus, rest are the examples of air transport. Now the last one, that is part C. Fill in the blanks. The answer of first filler is ships and ferries. The answer of second filler is ambulance. The answer of third filler is traveling ticket examiner. The answer of fourth filler is fire engine. And the answer of the last one is submarines. Children, that's all about this chapter.
Thank you.